today I'm gonna be playing with my friend Jackson. Say hi.
Hi.
And we're gonna be watching FNCS trios in this game. So yeah. But if you haven't, like, subscribe, and comment down
And
below your
comment
epic
down your
user.
epic
Because I
user because
do
he
play
does
with my
play with his
subscribers.
subscribers.
Alright, ready up.
I've been ready to. Call this place my home. Back on 74. Never gonna cry anymore. Cause I am so poor. Call this place my home. When I'm not back on 74. Call this place my poor.
They're on top of the world for now, but this is something we've seen already in games.
Yo, look! Elite Agers! Oh my gosh! That's Poyo's trio! That's Acorn
Agers
and...
is messing up though.
What is he doing?
Nah.
They take down Mako right after. That's a wish.
He just messed up like 4 of his headers.
So they can qualify.
Dang. Sit down here, sit down here. Next to me.
I'm questioning if they're even gonna queue into last game.
Where?
I'm actually like watching it full screen.
At the end of the day, they are
How?
here and now.
What?
You gotta sit down.
Force of Vive, Rise, and G Money.
How do I do that?
Void, Broken, and Kingdom.
Sit down next to me.
Good run so far. They're eyeing up
Oh.
an opportunity to try to take a win here.
Oh, this is
I like
good.
this level of
Yeah.
commitment here, but
King! No, this is King!
builds, it's all wood
2 a.m. Cheese Aviv. Aviv? You know what Aviv did?
G Money? Nah. Pollo.
You know what?
G-Money.
But down below, Foil, able to clean up
You know what Aviv did?
above. That's a whole nother trio.
What?
He threatened Adrius to tell him to leave our drop spot so they wouldn't die.
Two more trying to go out the side. Agers does have that cape, so he could be
Dang.
engage damage from the storm.
Oh, FNO.
Down. Aiden's gonna be
Aiden, I don't know
trying
this.
to clutch this one out, and he finds a crucial
Summit
Krillin.
Krillian is friends with Halo BT.
leave them. Can he get the tag? Nicely done there. It's on today in the finish. And on the other side of the wall.
Oh yeah, Krillin.
Krillin, yeah.
The bigger tag, Siphon to keep him
Yeah, Halo BT is actually a very good pro.
mind you, unless they
Yeah.
King? Oh no,
G Money.
G Money?
They might win. Are they gonna win against Poyo?
What's the play for them?
No, they can't. Dig Acorn! We got Acorn here!
Acorn's one of the best pros.
Cranking his way up.
I know.
Win this game here now.
The best pro is Pollo though.
It's either Poyo, Zen, or
Oh,
Peter
Zen
Bot.
beat Peterbot. Yeah, Zen's gotta be up there.
Yeah.
Why does he only have $100 earned?
Cold and Ritual are up there as well. Generally.
Oh, what about Bolts?
Both Yappies in there and Kanata. I just like him in my opinion.
I mean, Kanata's kind
Kanata
of washed.
was good, but then he became a little washed. But I still support him.
What's it called?
In the end, Core.
Oasis Preston?
Poyo just died.
Preston
Poyo
plays
just
is
died.
playing. Preston plays is playing. You know Preston plays that Minecraft kid? He's literally playing it right now. Oasis Preston, I'm just playing, that's not him.
Yeah, he's found himself in the mid crowd. Hey, he's got material
Ooh.
for everyone else here, though. He seems like he misformed up to the top.
Oh!
So keeping things interesting. There goes the delivery. Aviv comes around, using that misform to get off a bomb. I like the edit. And it's just
Oh no! They won! I knew it! I knew they would win!
play for them. They secure the dub.
Smooth walking across that.
Who's gonna win next?
High ground, and even with Acorn contesting.
Who do you think gonna win next? Oh, this is game 4 out of 5.
Together. They played as a team, and eventually Acorn Poyo got separated. They
I
fell, and then the
think-
rest was theirs from the taking, and some big.
I think
plays
Clicks is gonna win this
and
one.
even might not have picked up the most
Even
eliminations,
though he
but the
died at
damage he
spawn.
dealt was a huge difference maker for them.
Oh, did you know he died to Veer or something in
Two of them have
what's it called?
but they
I think
into Aviv. So
Cash Cup or
Aviv kind of
something?
was the
It was
win
his stat
condition at
Cash
one point,
Cup.
but
He died to Veer, I'm pretty sure.
G-Money really
Aviv, you
opening
mean?
up this battle,
No,
getting that
Veer.
initial
Do
elimination,
not know.
allowing
Never
Aviv to go
mind.
ahead and finish up the
I don't-
Bro, I might have to.
while
Where
playing
is that
Victory Royale
skin?
for Aviv, G-Money, and Rise
What
sending
skin is it?
straight to Grand Final Zeke. That
Oh,
was
that?
Yes.
the big
I thought you were
cheese
talking
of
about
Aviv,
G-Money.
and Rise going straight
No, I
through to
said
Grand
V.
Finals. You love to see it. Also, that bird form, the kind of drop down shot, bird form back up, pop back out, drop down shot. Okay, all right. That's the swaggiest thing I think I've seen today. That's it.
No, I swear that Alfred Hitchcock is writing this script right now because it's just birds everywhere. But obviously, we all knew that Aviv,
my
G-Money, and Rise were going to be coming out, going into the grand finals because these first 3 games, they have just performed so well. They got a 5th, a 2nd, and a 3rd. And what better way to round out their day than getting that victory royale on height that we've seen them kind of testing the waters a little bit, but finally confidently grabbing that height and just running away with it.
G-Money,
I mean,
They killed Poyo?
We got to see come
Yeah, they
through
killed
that
Poyo.
game as well.
I
where he's
knew
like, oh,
it,
you know,
bro.
Rise of Eve and G-Money could be the
They just
first
killed
team to
Acorn
get
and
top
then-
5 in all 5 of the group games, and yeah, that's right
Bro, I
there is
thought
why it's
Poyo
so
would've
hard for a team
won.
to actually kind of do that. Because if you're good
Oh,
enough
G-Money
to
was,
get top
2 a.m.
5
cheese
in
of
5
Aviv-
of the games,
Aviv
then you're
TV?
probably good enough
Yeah.
to go ahead and win one as well, right? So, of
No,
course,
he killed
Rise,
Oasis-
G-Money, and Aviv winning.
Oasis.
They're not going to be playing match number 5. Can't get top 5 in all 5 games if you can't play all 5. But yeah, I mean, incredible stuff for them. And, you know, we'll see it in a little bit here, but the leaderboard effects of one of those very, very consistent teams of winning a game shuffles things up.
That's right, Vivid, and we'll see that after this short break. With only 1 game left to go, and now a
I
top
swear
performing
Vivid's
team
a pro.
making it through on a Victory
Isn't he?
Royale. What does that mean?
Vivid?
We'll stay tuned.
Yeah, isn't
Find out.
Vivid a pro?
I don't know. Exit clicks, let's see.
Sure.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
Oh my.
Bro, clicks is popping off. Oh, don't die. Alright, he got that. He went
Oh
to-
my. Clicks is killing people like nothing. That's how
Oh,
we were
damn it.
doing in the OG Cup.
That. Oh no! Oh no!
That's
Wait, who is that?
disrespect. Cooper?
Did Cooper! No, Cooper.
Cooper just killed someone. Oh, that's
Is-
Reed. Curly
is
is
my-
Reed. Curly is
Is
Reed.
is Mice in this, bro? Mice is up there too with the pros, bro. No, he was not afraid to fight Peter Butt.
Yeah, I
No.
remember in
One of
chapter
his
5.
fights-
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of his fights, he
he
was
was
like,
like-
come
he was
here,
like- he was
Peter
like-
Butt.
Yeah, he was like, "Come here, Peter Butt," and then
And
he
then
like freaking
started cursing him out.
my.
He's like, come here,
Bro.
you little F word. And then he full boxes Peter Butt and then shoots him through a wall.
Bro, like, Mice is actually up there.
Yeah.
He was not scared to fight them, but even Kanata was scared to fight him, bro. Cooper, I'm not sure. Cooper's just goated. Cooper's just him.
Yeah, Cooper's
don't know if he'd be
insane
scared.
mechanics.
Oh, Peter Butt! We're freaking Peter Butt. Falcon.
Wait.
Exit. Ooh, he's an exit. Alright, that's Clicks' teammate for sure. It's Daddy. What? His username was It's Daddy. Limit! He killed Limit! He just killed Limit. Limit something. Wasn't it Peter Butt in Limit? Limit, Peter Butt? No, I swear a pro was in Limit. Limit Bolts? No.
Oh no, it was Limit, Zen, and then
Yeah, Limit Zane.
there's more. Kanata? Okay, Kanata. Yo,
Wasn't
Kanata
it
cooking.
X-Nada?
I told you,
Wasn't
Kanata.
it X-Nada?
Yeah, it was
Kanata?
Nada. It was not at this point. Yeah, Kanata. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Bolts.
He changed his name to Xen. I thought it was Digitus. Whatever.
No, I saw a YouTube short, and it was like, Bolts wanted to join, so they, oh yeah, it was with Rapid. So Rapid and Bolts had to, Rapid and Zen Bolts had to drop like 30 kills and get the win, and then in a ranked game, and then because he wanted to join Zen, and then he joined Zen. But Rapid was helping. Rapid was helping. I saw it. That's all.
Man, this is it. The last game of group number 1. How do we get
Jackson, you might want to zoom
what?
out because
Just gonna wipe everything.
it takes too long. Like, you can't really hear the volume if you're zoomed
Game
in.
number 5 is right around the corner, but we wanted to just highlight a couple things from game number 4.
Wait,
you
how do
just
I
missed
zoom
it,
back in? Oh.
But Aviv
Just
got
click your
himself the
circle.
Victory Royale. G-Money, Rise, we'll see that trio heading straight through to grand finals not too long from now. But there's a couple.
Wait.
Last trio that hasn't got a VR that, you know, they're still performing the way we'd
Bro, I
expect
swear.
to perform. I guess, will we see Aegis, Acorn, and Poyo get a VR in game number 5? What do you guys think?
You know what's so funny is that during
Aegis!
rehearsal, we even joked about them not going for the win for any of these games just to get a little bit more practice in. And
Poyo!
I don't know, you know, it seems like that. I don't want to claim that that's exactly what they're doing, but they seem to
Jackson!
be in so many like potential positions to go for this, you know, advantageous spot, and then they kind of just go for the W key. They go for the aggro. They want to go for the eliminations, regardless of what we've seen them play before in majors 1 and 2, where they're so smart with their height takes. It kind of just seems like they are once again testing the waters. They're kind of feeling out the rest of the lobby, and this might be a good way for them to kind of judge how the grand finals are going to play out a little bit.
Ooh, Poyo,
Yeah,
Poyo,
I've got a
Poyo.
little bit of a challenge for this trio
Ooh.
here. A little bit of extra
okay.
credit, if you will,
Okay,
right?
okay,
Game
okay,
number
okay.
1, 17 eliminations. Game number 3, 18
I made Poyo.
Game number 4, 19.
9
But did the match start or not?
So, Zeke, what do you think it is that I
not
want
sure.
in game number 5?
Oh
It
no,
has
this is highlights. It's highlights.
Okay,
hear me out.
the match starts in 2
Go
minutes.
ahead and get 96 eliminations and the
Jackson.
victory round. In
Yeah.
all serious though, I am curious because, like, obviously,
Elite
remember,
Aegis-
so the 5 trios who get a victory round,
2
they go
points,
through
and guess what?
to
We had
grand
2.
finals, okay? So then we
We
wanna
almost
be
beat
basically
that.
in the top 10
Dang.
of this leaderboard, which is effectively
Wait,
our top
what?
10.
Bila, TK, and Larson
So,
are a
at the-
team?
At the top so far, right? Like, they're definitely secured themselves
No.
a spot. Like, there's just like no
Dang.
way. Right?
No.
There's
Everybody's saying that,
if they were to get a victory
everybody's
royale in this
saying
next
that,
game, I feel like that's kind of pulled the leaderboard up.
Threats, Man City
And I would
Threats
like to
is
see
hacking.
that, right? Because
Because
that kinda
off
gives, like, more
spawn,
people
he wiped
opportunity to
5 people with
fight for
only an
that top
AR.
5.
Like, in the air,
Especially
and they
as
were
we
like
kinda start to flip
400
on over
meters away.
to effectively, like, what is that bubble, so to speak, right? I mean, it's only a point between like
Power
10
FN?
and 11th, right? It's 131 to 130.
Void
so like, there's some
Blue
kind of interesting back and
is
forth
not
there. So I feel like it's probably most beneficial
Xander.
that they get the VR
Bro,
here, right? Like
is
that would probably be the best for the lobby.
Bila.
bro, where's Peter Ball? I do
Honestly,
not see him on
regardless,
this.
They're going to win,
Oh,
so they
OG
either take that VR
Oliver.
spot or they take
Oliver
that
OG.
top 5 spot. I don't think that's actually going to like affect the lobby too
Wait,
much more.
what?
But I do think if you
Blake
look at
got
this second page,
4th
we
place
have
with
so
Oliver
many teams that
OG.
are within that contention of getting top 10 right now. Violet, TK, and Larson that sit in top 10 are just 130 points, and we know that a victory royale, or even not even a victory royale, but like a top 7 with a handful of eliminations, can just shoot you up the leaderboard. And we have some big names here. We have teams like Day, Jack, and Boji, Sandman 20 and Northern, Power Blue and Xanda, Liam, like all of these huge teams that are within that precipice of making it into that top 10. I don't think, honestly, that Aegis, Acorn, and Poyo have any influence on what's going to go on. They're literally double of second place through placement right now. I think regardless of what they do, the rest of the lobby is just focusing on themselves.
Of course, Acorn, Aegis, and Poyo, they're secured, right? But there is way more teams that are not secured than are secure right now, right? Talking about all of the bubble teams, the ones that are kind of close to making it into that top 10. Well, this format's awesome because no matter where you stand on the leaderboard, you actually have a chance coming into this last game. You could be last place on that leaderboard right now. As long as you win this last game, you can make it into finals, which I think makes it so awesome and makes game number 5 very scary.
That's true, man. It's time to roll the dice one last time out of group number 1. Who walks away with the victory royale? Let's find out together. For the last time today, Casters, take it away.
They say it at the start of the show. Time flies when you're having fun. Already we're at the last game of the day, and Zeke, he hit the nail on the head. 1 point separates a grand finals appearance and having to go through that dreaded LCQ.
Yeah, one might say that if Acorn, Agers, and Boyo honestly just stay consistent, it becomes a more competitive lobby. In theory, because they're just going to go ahead and snipe a spot and say, you know what, the 4 next best teams are going to be the ones to go ahead and step up. So at this point, we know they're a shoo-in, and, you know, last game, a lot of teams came up short. Teams that could have honestly broke away with a hefty lead had a really tough game 4. So clearly, there's some lobby adjustment happening here, Jacob.
Yeah, and if any of these teams in or outside of the bubble, if you're that close, go down early in this game, you're literally left watching and hoping and praying that that point threshold is enough. But game number 5 is here. Who goes to the grand finals? Let's find out.
It's been a great group
Jackson.
so far, but the last time we step onto this group's battle bus begins here and now. Game number 5 is kicking off, and you know, I couldn't be more excited to start gearing up for the future group stages. This one right here, definitely, I would say, not riddled with too many surprises. All the teams that have pulled through with Victory Royales were clearly some tier 1 trios kind of coming into the mix. And now that it comes down to the final wire, it really wouldn't surprise me if Boyo, Acorn, and Aegis decide, hey, we're gonna have some more fun and secure a 2nd place for good measure.
You know, looking at that drop map, we were talking all
Sorry, I'm not
day
talking, guys.
long.
I'm just like
Teams that win a game,
trying to
that
focus
opens up
in
their
this
drop
game.
spot. Who's
I'm trying to
brave enough to
watch.
go over there? Rise, G Money, and Aviv just won from Outpost. We saw how much space and loot they were able to get, Monster. Not a single team moved over in that direction. So we're gonna stay with contested fights off the drop, just like this one. Bylot, Larson, and TK going at it yet again, but it's Polo that's able to get the first gun, try to drop into the building. Bylot takes a good amount of damage. His teammate is there with the twin fire shotgun. One's gonna go down, but it's only gonna be a trade, and TK gets the better end of that deal.
And a siphon too. That was probably the most important part of that entire exchange right there. Spear has a shotgun. TK slips out the side, and Spear second guesses himself here and says, you know what, let's just get the pickup, save my teammate, and allows TK to kind of refresh and recoup himself here. I mean, TK's got a big decision. Jacob, what do you think he does in this situation?
I feel like he just has to hide. He can't even necessarily disengage because we know how crowded the north side of the map is overall. So I feel like almost, if you hear this reboot going off, you might have to try to make a play, but it's a double reboot on top of that. So maybe TK is thinking, get these reboot cards, disengage, and hope for the best.
Yeah, he's got to be quick, though. He's in the room where the cards are, but he had to break through the wall first. There goes the first one. Here they come now. He does have that extra build, but no, gets cut off there. And just like that, TK's run ends. And they did not earn any effective points this game. That'll be GG. Polo, Spear, and Mav get to honestly fight their way to Victory Royale at this point.
That's just a heartbreaker. We were talking about on the bubble, in the bubble. They were the line. But you're seeing these contested fights throughout the day. Flooded Frogs. It does look like Void's able to get the first jump and the first wipe onto them. And a huge change up too, because they finished it rather quickly this game around versus some of the previous games that we've seen today. That's going to allow them to loot up the outskirts and all of this surrounding area from Flooded Frogs that they weren't able to do in previous games.
Void Broken King. Big 3 elims. Saw the highlights. They're comfortably in the 170 range now. You know, they might have done enough to go ahead and also secure a seat on that battle bus to the grand finals. Boyo, Agers, Acorn sticking to the trusty strategy so far. Again, this is all in preparation for the weeks ahead now. They've
You know
been,
what I'm thinking?
honestly, the entertainment for the night.
I think it might be one of those scenarios because in theory, based off of drop maps in every Fortnite community analyst, it's going to be them versus Peterbot at Demon's Domain if Peterbot can make it out of the group stages. But you got to realize, going up against a team like that, you can't expect to win every single contested drop. So in order for them to have a shot at
Jackson.
winning if they are contested,
Yeah.
Monster, it's going to
You
come
back?
through high elimination
I'm
games just like
here.
this. So I think it's
So
a
why weren't you
perfect strategy
talking?
they're doing today.
I
Not really
was,
trying to win
though.
the game, but more
Oh,
so trying
I
to
didn't
put
hear
up
you.
those big elimination games for, in
Focus
theory,
on this.
closing the gap if it was finals.
Gotta close that gap.
Your mic cut out again.
Game 5 of 5. Once again, this is the last opportunity now. Any team in this lobby still has a chance to go to grand finals through the Victory Royale format. Everyone else you're seeing with 100+ points, they just need to stay consistent into the end game. Big fight happening here. Power Blue and Xanda, their whole tournament on the line here and now. Let's see it go down.
Oh, that was a big one right there for Power to win it. Trades the shots, but he gets the better end of it. Gonna be the first elimination being acquired so far. 3v2 gonna play out the rest of the way, and Blue is trying to keep it that way. But he's getting jumped on, trying to make space. You see him using so much material to try to get back to his teammates, and as soon as they get this opportunity to get in the same box hip to hip, they're gonna slow it down, take it one step at a time, and hopefully try to finish up this fight. Up they go. Power's returning back. He's trying to get the high ground. He's getting that pressure onto Smoss and Electro, but he's playing safe. They're gonna go ahead and use that misform to try to reclaim the high ground, but they're separated. They're duos. That puts them in a pushable spot in this 3v2.
But it's a matter of time. Big tag there for Blue. Nicely done for him. Codes up the opponent. Finds the big healthy shot onto Electro. And take it all the way to the sky here. Just tossing him some time and mats, but... Oh,
he's
trying to axe him. Oh, and then blocks him out. Wait a second. Okay. Even interesting for us at this point.
It almost looked like he was trying to
I like
body
he was
block him into the
trolling.
corner.
Yeah, he was trolling. He was holding him right there, and then he backed up and blocked him. Not gonna lie, that was almost a super nasty clip, but he ends up being the one pump instead.
And I feel like I didn't make too many
Hello?
predictions coming into this group stage, but I was like, Power, Blue, Xanda, they've been consistent, especially Power throughout these past couple seasons, making at least one of the major finals on 2 different rosters. So I kind of predicted
Are
them
they
to
Storm
make
Surge
it. I didn't
trading?
think it was going to be this close.
What?
Sandman 20 and
Are
North,
they trading
another
Storm
team
Surge?
I thought would find
That's
success here
illegal.
today, especially since they're uncontested at Supernova Academy, which most of the competitive community thinks of this as the #1 drop spot in the game. Outside of Demons.
Look at this messy fight going down right here. 3v3, but teams kind of in the vicinity, listening, watching.
Stop talking your mic.
Mako, Void, and Icy
Okay.
are 90 points.
You're
So they
doing
really do
like
have
this.
an opportunity, if you will, to make that
Yeah, I
top
know.
5 still. They might be sitting deep in that second page, but they're not out the running just yet.
Especially if, any of these teams at the top of the leaderboard open up a spot inside of the top 5, give them that much more of a chance. But they're looking, I think they're looking about 50 points, so around maybe a top 5 or something, depending on how many eliminations they're able to accumulate as well. Xanda, Blue, Power, continuing to rotate,
He thinks
trying to find eliminations. It almost seems like this team is trying to take control
Oh,
over their own
Edgy
destiny
Boogie.
by picking up these eliminations, trying to
Edgy's
bypass some of these
playing?
players in towards the zone so
Yeah.
that way they can hold them
It said
out,
Edgy
rather
Boogie,
than
see?
just kind of sitting in a
Oh,
surge
yeah.
tower and letting the game pass you by.
I'm looking ready forward to the end game here. Xanda, Blue, and Power set themselves up for all the damage they need.
Dang, they left 17 big pots over there.
The Drizzy, Liam, Madden. We're towards the north side of the map, just outside of Pump Power and Supernova Academy. A lot of teams going to try to use this to kind of rotate in from the north side of the map. Instead of just straight going in from the western side where it can look to get stacked as Madden just gets down quickly. Even though there is that mobility with the dashes and the misform monster, there's just too much space to kind of close the
Wait.
gap and go for
Oh,
the
I thought that
elimination.
was a sniper.
But they have all those extra heals down
Twitter,
the red. Don't be worried if you're a fan of this team, they will be able to
XN,
heal up. They will be able to get into better shape. They're just trying to use it the most effective way possible.
Dargo Silic and Havoc. Opposite end of the story here, just outside the Kappa Kappa factory. Zone kind of pulling towards this side.
Oh, do you
Already
think
into
Kappa
zone
Kappa
3 of the
Factory is a good
last
drop
game.
spot for?
You can see the
Yeah.
lobby starting to cut down quickly here, but it will still come down to a very intense end game for all these trios as the pressure starts to set in. We started this journey at the the beginning of today's show, we talked about over 60 players trying to fight for their first grand finals. Everyone who's kind of punched their way through essentially have been a part of these veteran teams. So there's a lot on the line here. For
FNO Veer, yeah, it was an FNO Veer. He was in a clan
This team here,
with
talk
FNO.
about Hound and Aiden and their
He
experience
killed
as a duo
Quick
throughout
and a
past couple of years
huge
in
cast-
FNCS. You had
cast of
Carillion in the roster. He's someone that does like to get aggressive.
Peter
He can
Bug
get a
were
little
playing
PC.
it.
Just needs
Was
to
it
get
the
more experience
Evolution
in the belt.
Cup?
Right now, they're inside of
Yeah.
that bubble at
Was it Reload?
141 points.
Yeah,
And so
no,
far,
wait.
they have priority in terms of being able
No,
to rotate in
it
towards
was
the zone.
Battle
The
Royale.
rest of
It
the
was
map, the
after
north,
season
the
two.
western edge.
Was
and
it
even some of the teams that
Performance
would rotate from the
Evolution
south
Cup?
have not caught up just yet. So this is going to be the best shot that they have to try to
Don't know.
aim for one of those mountain ranges and set up for what could be a long game.
What?
Long game ahead for everyone here. Boji, Day, and Jack. Man,
Some
tough
of these
round.
orgs they have, some
Falling
of
so
these like
early, now leaving it
some
all
of these
down to
clans
Smash
they
Mouth
have in
here.
their name aren't even actual clans, right?
Yeah.
194 points were required to qualify through consistency last season. Very, very similar on EU as well. I think it was around 189 points today. That's kind of the threshold. It shouldn't be the overall goal that you're looking to aim.
Bro,
but
I'm
you
mad
gotta
we
try to
only
aim
saw
as
Peter
close to
Ball
that, if not
once.
more.
In
Teams
this?
continue to rotate
Yeah.
through the north.
Is he even playing
Passing
it?
Utopia, just trying to get
Yeah.
into the zone. But both
So why
Boji
is he
and
not
Cody,
getting
man, taking a lot
spectated?
of damage there, having to pause their rotation.
I don't know. Pollo,
Azers, Acorn, and Pollo though.
do
Hunting.
you think he died off spawn?
Dang, Pollo's running at them like wolf. Pollo's running at them like a wolf. Oh my gosh! Oh!
Box up right there, but he gets
Wait.
tagged instead.
He ran.
On the move here. 141 points.
Bro,
This is their
he's 1
tournament
HP.
running.
Why are you running?
Oh!
Pushing you like this. Just a tough situation.
Yo, Pollo,
EXE, another very good trio.
Pollo's making these millionaire pros look so bad, bro.
Yeah, they even stole that elimination.
Pollo
from
is a
Nathan,
millionaire
more than
pro,
them. They try
right?
to close
Since
the
he won
gap, but the rest of the
FNCS.
team is
No, he's
there.
like
Angels
600,000.
joining in on the fun, pushing them back.
Oh,
Sandman
but I know
got the
Peter
memo,
Bud
said,
is $1
"No,
million.
you guys are right. Maybe
He
we should
actually
take this
isn't.
one." Majors. I think the full team
How?
doesn't wanna let any of these
That's what I'm
eliminations
saying. He
escape,
won
especially
multiple
since as of now,
FNCSs,
Monster,
and it literally, and he, if you go to his
every
Fortnite tracker,
team
he only has like 800,000.
That's some
Azers,
bullshit.
Acorn, Pollo.
Bro,
Just
Apparently in tournaments, when you get the money, they, like, Fortnite takes half of it out, so that's probably why.
bro, wait.
They really took advantage of their
7:59. Do you
drop
want to
spot, taking down the
return
boss. You
after
get
this?
experience from
I'm
that,
trying to keep
the
watching it.
eliminations along
What
the
is
way,
up?
if they activated the Spire Shrines, and then
I might
taking
return.
down the Shrine boss as well for even more experience.
I kinda wanna keep watching this for a
Maybe
little.
6 zone, they should be S+ fully ranked out.
It depends on how much
crazy though. Get it this early in the game.
Shouldn't be this complicated.
I'm gonna back out after this game
Picked up an
finishes.
elimination throughout the course of the past couple of seconds.
How many people?
Vixie as well. That's going to be the cleanup on the Knave, so they're going to solidify that one. Broken, Void King, 176 points. For them, they essentially started in second place coming into this game on that consistency leaderboard, and they're at 176 points. So even though they're not in that point threshold, we're looking to kind of claim players and teams would be safe, but they are so close. A couple more eliminations, surviving, I think maybe even just to the top 12. They don't need a massive game by any means, but they need a game that's just good enough to get across that hump.
God, I'm gonna break my.
This is it right here for some. Luke, Panda, Venox. Have a team coming up quickly behind them. They're going to rotate out instead of taking any kind of friction here.
Vico's not in this game. Last FNCS winner back in Chapter 5 Season 1. He's not in
Broken
here.
getting another
Vico.
one. Liam getting one. They're just focusing on their rotation here, refarming all along the way. I think by now a bunch of teams have realized the position that they're in. They played 4 straight games out. If they're not in the bubble yet, they realize not their entire FNCS by any means, because there still is the last chance qualifier. But the last chance qualifier is a very, very similar format, except no consistency. 3 games, win and you're in, and that's even if you make it to a finals lobby for your region's qualifier, because you still have to go through the open portion where there's Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3 all playing in the same tournament.
It's Foil still.
Look at this. Little update for Hound and Carillion. As we
Brilliant.
saw what happened, they got keyed just by Acorn, Aegis, and Pollo, and then again Northern's team kind of came in, but they're coming back to kind of finish what they started. Remember, they also lost a teammate here too, right? So this is very interesting as far as the overall story is concerned. But no, trying to target the teammate up the sky. And they
I feel
do
like
get him.
he's
Oh,
gotta win.
tough one to
FNO
deal with here,
Sandman. Ooh, Sandman's a pro.
Not even
Ooh.
just the knock, it was the actual elimination. So
Northern
you have to wait for the
EXE.
reboot van to recharge
Summon
before they even make
Krillin!
an attempt at it yet again. But Carillion has different things in mind.
Carillion,
He's just trying
oh.
to create distance between him and that team, go deeper, maybe even towards Supernova Academy.
Oh, he's
That's
in
gonna be the best
Storm?
chance to try to get the reboot. And if they upgraded enough, you can kind of see it in the
No,
minimap
he's
as well.
not,
They
he's
do have
not.
those hero chests if they have the rank to access them, which will give them a good amount of loot, nice amount of
He
heals to
just
try to get back
missed
into the
so
zone.
much shots.
Yeah,
Who do you
Northern
think's
and
gonna win?
Sandman at that A rank have nothing to worry about here. That passive regen, obviously keeping them up. So definitely having a much better game of the two.
Oogie. Reek. Oogie.
1,000 above the damage threshold for Core, Preston,
Reek.
and Gray. 144 points. That's how they started this game inside of the bubble. And you're seeing 2 wildly different approaches from some of these teams. Others trying to close that point gap through getting eliminations. And then the rest of the teams are just trying to play that calm, cool, collected, fly under the radar, survive, let placement do its
Pollo
thing,
wins
and let
this,
those
I swear.
eliminations naturally present himself throughout the course of the game. Pollo just getting aggressive from one team to another. He doesn't care who's in his line of sight. He just wants to fight him. That's Turbulence, that's T, that's 8 men that are trying to disengage towards that low ground. But Pollo was just hot on their heels, following them every step of the way.
Good push right here, and again, they're just so far ahead of the rest. They're ending tournament runs back to back at this rate. And then into the storm. Hunting down Turbulence, cut him off. Even with the misform, they try to cone him up there, but he manages to slip out. Boya's on his heels though. Reminder, there is a cooldown, so he cannot spam it. Dashes as well to cut this player off. And this is all she wrote. There goes the box up there. Comes Acorn here shortly. No, Acorn, they want to chase the other team. This is all Boyo.
Yeah, this is Turbulence. He may not necessarily know, but this is
Are
his
you
chance. at
full
being able to
screen
take
or
this
not
fight in a
full
1v1.
screen?
Not
Amen's
full
just trying to
screen, so I can
disengage.
hear it better.
Going right on up, but that's just going to expose himself to the shots of Agers. He's going to
But
be able to get the
Boyle's
knock
just
onto that
making
one.
these kids
Puts a
look
lot
bad.
more pressure on the Turbulence than he had literally seconds ago as the last one alive on his team. Tournament is literally on the line. If
Oh
you
no,
don't wanna
he's
go for
dead.
the extra
Boyle's
wide
dead. Boyle's dead.
Turbulence,
Boyle,
now's your
look at-
chance.
That was pretty intense. Boyo trying to wait till the last second for the siphon, but Turbulence manages to defend himself well, just well enough to
Yeah,
force the Megas
Turbulence,
to come out.
get that.
He just
Yeah,
comes
get
back to
that.
back him up,
Bro,
and
Aegis
I'm
just
sure they're talking about
beamed
that in
him.
comms. What all just happened there? How could you not get that finish? But it's all good. They live to see another day. There's the points. Racking up now for Void Broken and King.
FNO.
Saw the stat from before. 194 was that point area, the threshold you have to get to just last season. He's starting to close in.
Honestly, at this point in the game, Monster, if I see that medallion on my mini-map, I am going the whole opposite direction. My tournament's on the line, especially for a team like this, Sandman, 20, and Northern. They're so close to Acorn, Agers, and Pollo. Kind of staggered out the rotation for a little bit, let them disengage on out before they start to move forward. Even with another team there, at least it's not them. But this is Carillion, Hound, and Aiden, who also need to have a certain performance here to lock in their spot for the grand finals, but they're only 86 above the damage threshold. That's not a full feeling of confidence by any means, especially since so many teams are now focusing in your direction. Basically calling it a firing squad, trying to get any bit of damage and hopefully a down.
They need it. Look, Southern Pool now. Another big rotate for them. dashes are going to go ahead and give them a chance to, you know, obviously make a big move here. Luckily, there's not too many teams kind of lurking about, so you might not even need to really depend on the dashes here. Sandman's team obviously got their pickup, so they're kind of back in the running here. Oh, that team's on the surge right now.
Yeah, Hound and them may not necessarily see it because you don't see the strikes that your opponents are getting Storm Surge, but you will hear the shield crack if you are close enough, which is a huge giveaway if nobody's kind of shooting in that direction of what they're going through at any given moment. But Hound trio 300 above the damage threshold. It's not necessarily a worry for them, so they're just going to continue to rotate in. As Pollo ages Acorn, they take notice of the lobby. They fire off in that direction, but it's only a momentary focus from the lobby. They're going to be able to survive, clean up that elimination, and continue to hunt for more.
6 elims already. Plenty of material here to play for high ground if they want to.
Powers down. I think somebody else got knocked around here as well from a whole nother team. Blue's on there trying to save the day. Hound's trying to get in with the dashes, and he does. Catches Blue off guard. Had him looking lost there for a moment. As Hound, Aiden Curly get very much needed damage, and even more so the eliminations for the up opportunities. Void's trying to run away. He's got Ager's Pollo just hunting him down on the side from one team to the next. As soon as they see somebody move Monster, they are just W-keying their way in.
That's how you gotta play it though. If you're Ager's Acorn, boy, I mean, they got nothing to lose, clearly. They've been packing up these lobbies left and right now. They're just continuing to force their way on the low bit. This is, if anything, a showing of how they're trying to prepare for grand finals now. They could be playing for height if they wanted to, but kind of putting themselves in these more desperate situations now as a means to practice, it seems. Now though, Agers low on mats here, forcing the split from the teammates. Sandman, 20 and Northern trying to battle their way out from the trenches as well. Top 17 here. Plenty of elims for them as well, but the mats so low here. They will need a refresh here. Nothing yet.
This is the point in the game. Top 17 placement points have just started to accumulate, and it's going to cascade with every full team that does go down, making this one of the most important parts of the game for a team like Sandman 20 and Northern. They started this game, I believe, outside of that bubble, but since then, they've climbing their way in towards it, inside of the top 5. If not, that victory royale in the final game of the day is going to be the goal for a lot of these teams. Hound, Carillion, Aiden. Step by step throughout the course, we've seen them below surge, and now they're 263 above the damage threshold with a single elimination, making sure to calculate every single one of their pushes.
Who's next? Agers, Pollo, Acorn still hunting. Looking around, they find Boji. Uh-oh, not looking good for young Boji. He's out to the side though, he manages this team. Quick dash, buying a little bit of time. Day there, chipping away from the Storm's edge. Meanwhile, Void, Broken, and King holding on to their tournament's kind of position. The front side rotate, get underneath the crevice. They're just waiting for the zone to go ahead and move. At this point, most players are just trying to avoid Pollo, Agers, and Acorn's aggression.
Yeah, even if it means leaving your teammate out to dry, which we've seen a few times before. And already, Monster, we've seen a 2nd place, a 3rd place, a 5th place out of them, and they have their eyes in the clouds. It almost looks like they're going for a high ground. Maybe we can get there first. I know other players in the lobby are hoping for it as well. Sandman, 20 and Northern find another elimination onto Minty. 830 damage above the threshold. They're trying to walk their way across that finish line, but it just got harder for Broken and King. Void goes down. They're inside the bubble for now, but how long can they hold on to it?
I mean, you stay long, it seems like they're trying to crawl their way there. They have no mats to work with. Plenty of elims, though. They've earned so much, but it is so desperate of a situation to be in when you don't have mats to work with, and that's why Northern falls there. 20 now. All up to him. Pressure's on him to go ahead and perform here. 10 elims, finds Hound. Trying to look for revenge here and now. Gonna block this out. 2 players are there waiting. Doesn't even close at it from behind. This is just a lot to deal with here. Another team above him as well. From Hound's perspective and Carillion, though, they're in the same boat. Only 162 points. Not much you can do here. Shots coming in from the side. Those wood walls. Ball too fast. Carillion living off the siphon here. Finds a surf cube. I mean, you might as well pull it out. What can you do here? Boji behind in the storm. Nice knock. Has to get the finish. Crawls behind the wall. Oh, denied in the end. The siphon that would have kept them in the game.
That is just a disaster.
I'm still watching. This game's about to end.
Not
So.
expected at this point. Preston.
Oh my
gosh!
gosh.
Tries to make his way in, but he gets cut short of that top eight. But Power is on to the last game of the day. They're trying to make it count, even without Blue in sight. It was a sacrifice Blue made to make sure Power can stay in this game. They have 6 eliminations so far. Storm Surge, not a worry in their mind. They just need to be able to finish this game out, maybe even a top 5. Days Sealing the same thing, but with no builds, no teammates. It's a much different road for him.
Oh, but he's got 2 med kits. Okay, he's got plays that other teams don't have the luxury for, but no. A shot comes in, gets his med kit, buys himself a little second, finds Boyo on the side there. Yeah, don't want to deal with that one at all, but the clock is ticking. Chug Jug in front of him. Player as well. No, couldn't get the siphon, denied in the final moments there, and that might just be enough to end his run now. Power, Blue, and Zonda still earning points here. They're one of the few teams breaking away with the top 5 lead here, but I do think they need a little bit more. We could be clutching up the moments. Nope, Zonda ends that one as well, and Jacob, we're seeing a run for Zonda, Blue, and Power that's going to send them the grands here.
You said a little bit more. How's that for you, Monster? But Broken and King go down. Hopefully their points are going to be enough. Poyo, Agers, Acorn, they're on the high ground. They have more than enough eliminations. They already have their spot secured, but it's all about a victory lap. As Power and Zonda, they're feeling the pressure down below. There's only one more team left alive in this game, and it's a full that's trying to hide
gotta go.
underneath. But Zonda finds him. That Boogie who gets found out. Another elimination, and a crucial one at that. But Zonda's going to fall. Avenger is trying to get revenge for his teammate going down, but they're all going to fall. Poyo, Acorn, and Agers, a 3v2 situation. The misform, they're trying to go up. They're trying to steal away the high ground. Avengers being a distraction down below. He takes a massive shot before finally being dropped down by Agers. 3v1 situation. Second place has been achieved by Vixie, but Poyo, Agers, and Acorn have done it. They have won the game and advanced to the grand finals and opened up a spot at the bottom of the leaderboard.
It's too easy for them at this point. They were really determining the pace of that last game. And you know what? They did the lobby a favor. They said,
Guys,
hey guys,
low-key,
we're
I'm
going
not
to
even
win
gonna
this
lie.
one.
That was good. That was good. That was good. That was really good. They clutched. Wow. I'm not gonna cap, that was actually good. But yeah, if you haven't, like, subscribe, and comment down below your Epic user, because I do play with my subscribers. Peace. We out!